Hey everyone, my name is Patrick. Welcome back to another video. Today I just did a shoulders and arms workout. So I think I did 6 exercises you saw there. It was the pike push-ups, chin-ups to target the biceps. Pike push-ups was for front delt of the shoulder. And then there was some lateral raises. And then I did some bench dips for triceps, some front raises for the front delts again. And I just finished off with some skull crushes for triceps. In this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about my new goal, what I'm going to try and do every week. Alright, so it's nice to be able to drive a car again. In Vietnam, I was only driving motorbikes. We're still in a lockdown here in Sydney, so you're only meant to go out for exercise, it's essential work. I always stretch after my workouts. I don't usually do it at the park. I usually do it once I get home. So the past few months, I haven't worked out too consistently because back in Vietnam, Da Nang was in a lockdown for a few months. So I couldn't go to gym, except I went to the gym a couple of times in Hoi An. And then also, once I came back to Australia, I had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So I was stuck in the hotel room. And then even since I've been back, I've worked out a couple of times, but I haven't been consistent. So from now on, I want to be consistent, and I'm going to be talking about that more in this video. Alright, now it's time to stretch, and let's see if I can get the time-lapse setting right this time, because last time, if you remember, I chose the wrong timing, so the time-lapse is very jittery and too fast. So let's see if I can get it right this time. Alright, it is time for a cold shower. Three, 2, 1. Right, so I'm going for a bicycle ride. I'm near the same place I saw a few videos back. If you saw that video, I think it was called Sydney Lockdown Vlog, A Day in the Life. If you missed that video, check it out. And I want to talk to you guys more about what I've titled this video. I think I've titled it something like, "This is how I set goals," or "The correct way to set goals." But I decided to change it to "This is how I set goals," because I don't believe there's a right or a wrong for anything. There's just different perspectives, different preferences. And this is what works for me, and maybe it could work for you too. So let me give you an example. As I was talking about this morning, how I haven't trained much or been to the gym in the past few months, and I've lost a lot of weight, lost a lot of muscle. Now I want to gain it back. So probably in the past, I would have set a goal like, I want to gain 10 kilograms, 10's a lot, but say I want to gain 5 kilograms in 3 months, 6 months, something like that. You set your goal. But then I remember this must have been about 5 years ago or something like that. I was listening to a podcast or a YouTube video by E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, and him or his friend CJ said, instead of setting a goal traditionally like that, like a one objective, reset the goal to be the action. So instead of saying I want to gain 5 kilograms in 3 months, I'd say what actions can I do to get there? And for me at the moment, the goal I've set is to work out 3 times a week. It might not sound like much, and I used to always work out 3 times a week, but since I haven't had access to a gym, I haven't been very consistent. And another way to think of this is how I've heard some other motivational books or authors describe it. Decide on a big goal, and then you break that goal up into smaller pieces. Like for example, you take a 10-year goal and you break it up into a 5-year goal, a 1-year goal, 6 months, something like that, and then 1 month, a week, a day, and you figure out what you can do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, to make that goal become a reality. Another reason I like this approach is because by making it a regular part of your routine, like for example for me, working out 3 times a week, it becomes a part of your identity. So then you think you're someone who works out, and then that encourages you to take more actions that that type of person would take. And it also helps to manifest it in your life, because what you believe becomes reality. So yeah, my goal is to start working out 3 times a week, probably mostly at the park you saw at the start of this video. And the 3 workouts I'm going to do is number 1, back and chest. Number 2, what I did today, shoulders and arms. And number 3, legs and abs. Unless I decide to switch abs to another day, but that's most likely what it will be. And another really good thing about this concept is, just like I was reading in a Tony Robbins book, Awaken the Giant Within, he talks about a concept called consistent and never-ending improvement. When you make these small actions daily and weekly, say for example doing 3 workouts a week, which is what I plan to do, then over time they add up. It might only be, you might be getting 1% better each time, but over time that adds up to be 100% better over the course of weeks or months. Now I'm exploring on the other side of the creek you saw a few times ago. There's a sign here, says Fauna of Sioux Savage Reserve. Right guys, if I can ride my bike up this super steep hill right here, then you got to click like button.
Is it okay if I'm to say I'm catching feelings from all the dealings? I might stay. What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same? I hope you're not planning to waste my time. To my surprise, that was her reply. Now we vibe. It's been a while and such a ride, the stars align. I love the fact I didn't let her go. She loves the fact that I just let her know. Now we're together, it's a different mode.
Alright guys, so technically I made it up there, so hit the like button. Even though I kind of did have to walk a little bit, but I didn't get off the bike like in a few videos back. So I just realized I had the microphone backwards, but I was just saying, let me know if you guys are enjoying this vlog. I'm really enjoying vlogging right now. It's nice being out here, and there's a basketball court right here. Lots of people hanging out, playing basketball. And an awesome thing I've noticed about this approach, breaking your goals into actionable steps, is that you find out if the goal is right for you. Because if you're not even enjoying the daily actions or the weekly actions, then what's the point? Because the process is more important than the goal. At least for me anyway. I feel like if you're not enjoying the process, what's the point of even getting to the goal? Because even once you get there, you think it's going to change your life, and maybe we'll have some change, but it's, from my experience, it's more about the process than the actual goal itself. By following this process, it will weed out any goals which you don't actually enjoy or which aren't actually right for you. One thing I was thinking about before, when I was thinking about the title for this video, was documenting instead of giving advice. I noticed in a lot of my videos I've said do this or do that, but really that's just a perspective of what works for me. Like, it might not work for you, it might not work for someone else. I think what someone's talking about then becomes a lot more relatable, instead of like forcing people to do things a certain way which might not work for them. Yeah, for me personally, I love the process. Like, in terms of making these videos, I love planning it, I love filming it, I love editing it, I love uploading it. Yeah, I also love working out. I don't know how I'm linking this together. So that's my goal, to work out 3 times a week. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys, and I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you get notified for new videos, and I will see you guys next time. I'm really enjoying vlogging here. Oh, the microphone's backwards.